But for those who stand in your way and betray you, their day of reckoning will come.
Hey everyone, welcome back with Being on Mac, where today we're going to continue our playthrough of WWE Day of Reckoning. Tag champs. Hey Kai, it must feel pretty good to hold the title belt for the first time, right? Certainly does. You know it, killer. I always dreamed of the day that I'd earn the WWE hardware, and now it's finally here. There's nothing I wouldn't have done to win it, and there's nothing I won't do to keep it. That's right, because it's great to be the champ, and I know we'll be tag champs for a long time, as long as you hold up your part of the bargain. My part of the bargain? Right, now come on, champ. We've got a title defense coming up next. Like how there's just like a shirt and tie on one of the lockers up there. But yeah, here we go. So last week what we did was we ended up betraying our tag team partner Batista in Evolution. You know, he had to be kicked out due to the orders of Triple H. So even though we earned the title shots with him, he was replaced by Randy Orton after we forcefully kicked him out of Evolution. Persuaded, you know, some people might say though. But yeah, I'll show you guys my entrance with the tag belt. The thing that kind of I always hate when WWE games always you know, it feels like it's a detriment, you know, like it ruins the creativity of like entrances or whatever. This is pretty much our entrance for the entirety of the game. So I mean, we don't get to have any special entrance or anything like that. And if you're wondering, well, oh, that's pretty much anybody with a title belt. Nope, because here's Randy Orton, and you're about to see that that isn't the case. So I don't know why we have to have a specific title animation entrance. Meanwhile, Randy Orton here gets to keep his, you know, regular entrance, just around belt around his waist. So I mean, a really annoying decision in this game. I mean, I don't really show off entrances really anyway, unless if it's like a first time, you know, preview type deal. But I mean, it's just like, imagine like players who really do get into that, and the amount of detail you can add it into your own entrance and stuff, and time wasting stuff, all that good stuff. A lot of stuff I just said there and stuff, but but yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a slap to the face of the people that really put in all that time and effort to make the entrances with exactly how they wanted it, just to kind of have it from this point on. Not, you know, the entrance that you created is the point I'm trying to say here. But yeah, once again, a weird team. You know, we fought them already before, but Rhino and Garrison Cade. But yeah, so since we did win the titles with the Legend Killer Randy Orton, you know, now we have the task of defending our title. It kind of reminds me of WWF Attitude in that way. And once again, like I said, when I actually won the titles, you know, last episode, I think the game did a really good job of building up and making the title seem, you know, special and important. You know, it wasn't just, hey, you know, let's form a tag team with somebody random. Now we get our tag team title shot after being one team. You know, we had to, it was short, you know, just a few weeks, but at the same time, considering the teams that we actually did go up against, you know, like this team, for example, Lance Cade and Val Venus, we fought like 10 times. But it makes sense. You know, I mean, there was like 3 teams, so we were the dominating team. But we didn't get it right away. And, you know, they kind of emphasized the importance of how everybody's getting about in Evolution and all that sort of good stuff. So, probably the most satisfying title win in a game there is. I mean, maybe you could make the argument for all the world titles and stuff in other games, but once again, I like how it's actually making the tag team titles feel somewhat important in this game, especially since we won them and it's not right away in which, you know, we're just going after some other random title belt. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is, but Rhino in particular, like his AI is messed up, in which like he just cannot break up pins very easily for some reason. He'll run over you instead of like doing a running strike, or as you've seen, he's always stopping just short. So I don't know if the AI is programmed into thinking that it's taller and that his legs aren't short and stubby, but as you can see, oh, alright, never mind. He figured it out. See if he does it again. Yeah, I don't know. Looks like we can't cheap our way out of this one. That's a shame. Alright, so seems like a ring strike will work. And of course, he's got the rope break. What the hell is the ref doing right now? The AI for the ref in this game is bonkers. We've seen it a few times already. Where he'll just enter and exit the ring for no reason. And I can't stand that in tag matches, they'll have this thing in which your opponents can just jump in and help his partner for a non-submission wear-down hold. But as you can see, I don't really like it much. It worked in our advantage this time. But yeah, Lance Cade, he only had an orange head, and we beat him pretty easily. Nothing too exciting, but yeah, we were able to come out on top, folks. Defend our tag team titles. Uh-oh. I love the way that, like, they're just sneaking to the ring. Like, I mean, there's, like, a bunch of, like, screaming fans and everything here. Like, you're telling me that you even have to... Whoever snuck into the ring like that? I mean, they look like freaking 1950s cartoon burglars or something sneaking out of a jail. Doug and Danny Basham, could you please tell us what we just saw out there in the ring and your motivation for doing it? What did you see? You saw Evolution finally got put in their proper place. That's what you saw. They've got our belts and we want them back. It's true they have the belts, but they did win them fair and square in the middle of the ring last week. And it's like this, Evolution. The message has been sent, and it's loud and clear. We want a shot at winning our belts back. And until we get it, you can expect more surprises like the one you just got tonight. Either we get our rematch, or you'd better watch your back. I mean, in all fairness, I thought the WWE rematch clause rule was in effect at this time, so, I mean, I don't really see a reason why they shouldn't have gotten their rematch. Ric Flair's physique doesn't fit in this game. How's it going, champ? Listen, I talked to Eric Bischoff this morning, and we agreed that we'd start booking you in more one-on-one matches, so that we can get Evolution in line for even more title gold. You're going to fly solo tonight because Randy was hurt during the last week's attack by the Bashams. Seriously? But here's the good news. You're going to face one of those punks that put Randy out of commission, Danny Basham. Make sure you put a real hurting on him because as a member of Evolution, you always need to announce your presence with authority. Woo! Yeah, Ric Flair's physique just kind of looks weird in this game. Like, I mean, by the time when you've seen his physique in real life at that time, I mean, he looked like he was in good shape, obviously, but he definitely had that look of being out of shape. He didn't really have any muscle mass. He looked like a 50-year-old dude. Like Vince McMahon looked better shape than he was. And by the time Ric Flair even just finished his entrance, he was already sweating up a storm by the time he just got into the ring. So, I mean, that was always funny to witness. But, yeah, I don't know. I feel like in the video games and the action figures, they always made him kind of, like, ripped and jacked. Which, I mean, honestly, he kind of was a little bit, teeny bit back in the day. I mean, I don't think he was ever known for his body, but it feels like they're trying to go for his old body. Or, from the 80s or 90s or something like that in these games. But with his old man head. I wonder if that was something that Ric Flair personally asked for. Then again, I guess nobody would want to play as or play with, a saggy old man. Even if it is the Nature Boy. It's crazy as Ric Flair was probably still, we'll say, getting around in his 50s anyway. With the rats, which is pretty gross to think, I mean, good for him, but I don't know, it's just a disturbing thought when you think of it, but I mean, that's kind of the legend of the Nature Boy. The Bashams, I mean, I feel like they were a pretty bland team, in my opinion. There wasn't much excitement for them. but I feel like they could have maybe stuck around a little bit longer. I feel like a lot of the tag teams in the not the new generation, and the Ruthless Aggression era, they didn't really get enough time to really have character, and a lot of tag teams just never really had the chance to have characters. Like during the Ruthless Aggression era, they had all the crazy characters back again, like Eugene, Umaga, Carlito, stuff like that. But I feel like, and there were a lot of bland guys, muscle-bound guys, no doubt about that. But I feel like tag teams, I've said it in a few previous video in which I think Triple H said that, they didn't really care about tag teams or whatever. Why is that ref right up my ass? But, they didn't really care about much tag team wrestling because they were focused on single wrestling, competition. But, I mean, it's just so weird to me that, like, they didn't even really seem like they tried, even in the slightest, for tag team wrestling. And I think when he was talking about that, he was also referring to, like, the PG era, which, I think also struggled with tag team wrestling as well. A lot of just, thrown together tag teams. But they had some pretty decent ones there, too. I think they were definitely better than some of the Ruthless Aggression era ones. Man, look at that momentum just building. That dude literally reversed it before I even hit him. Yeah, you're not getting the satisfaction of a KO. We got one. Oh, maybe we don't have one more. That's got to be it. Alright. This has got to be the end here. The vertical exploder. Which, yeah, I don't really have the power bomb anymore. I just don't feel like... Because I replaced it when Batista joined the group. Just because, I didn't want... I thought I was going to team with him for a while. But obviously that was not the case anymore. But I actually like the vertical exploder a little bit better. Man, that's definitely a Here Comes the Pain animation. That's what I mean. Like, people always compare this stuff to No Mercy and yada yada, but nah, this is definitely Yuke's classic animations all over the place. Gentlemen, I've called you here to inform you that yes, new tag team champs Evolution have a title defense tonight against Chris Jericho and Edge. Eric, I want to go, but I still can't. My leg is still hurt from the beatdown the Bashams gave me a couple weeks ago. I'd go in there tonight with Kai, but I can't because I already have a triple threat match tonight. Really? Against who? Triple threat match to decide the number one contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. Really? Against who? I'm sure Ric Flair wouldn't mind teaming up with Kai for his match, but he's away this week on family business. Well, I've got an arena full of paying customers and a live national TV audience expecting this match. Jeez, Randy. If it can't go on, then we'll have to find the next best thing. So tonight, it's going to be Jericho and Edge against Kai and a partner of his choice. Whoa. I'm his partner. I'm the tag team champion. He doesn't need any other partners. That's right. Kai represents Evolution, the most dominating force in the WWE today. We don't need anybody else. In fact, Kai can take on both those guys by himself. Bring him on. Okay, this is getting a little ridiculous. Let me get this straight. Kai is going to wrestle a handicap match against both Edge and Jericho at the same time. You're damn right, he's a part of Evolution. The hell kind of horse shit is this? Okay then, that's tonight's match. What? Just one thing, Eric. If Kai goes out there and blows it, I don't lose my belt, right? Oh, fuck you. I mean, it's not an official tag team match, right? Why should my belt be on the line? No, don't worry, Randy. You won't lose your belt. This match is now a special attraction handicap match, not a tag team title belt. You can't lose your title. I mean, I guess that's nice, in which I don't have to worry about losing my title either, but I mean, that's still kind of a dick move, guys. What the hell? At least it's a tag. They learned, if you want to compare it to No Mercy, I mean, they at least learned their lesson from that game. It is not, everybody's all out at the same time, horse baloney, especially in this game. I mean, that would just be all out chaos. I wouldn't be able to do nothing without getting my moves interrupted and stuff. And Edge was actually jacked at this time. Like, I think Edge always said that he never worked out. You know, he was just never a gym guy. Which, I don't know, I find a little hard to believe. I mean, I get if he wasn't strength training and stuff like that, but I don't know. I mean, it's just crazy to see how juiced up he was at this time. And I think both games, this and SmackDown vs. Raw, really captured that look very, very well. 2004. I mean, he really does look like a massive guy in this game now. When he's usually, you know, that skinny, tall guy or whatever. Plus, I always just thought these tights of Edge were just really cool, so it was kind of nice to have it left over in one last game. You can see his tattoo here. It's kind of a weird era of Edge, in my opinion. It's like a mix between old and new as far as attire and his tattoo goes, and his boots and everything like that, but then he's also jacked. Edge had to do a lot of experimentation before, you know, he finally found what was right for him. But it's funny that he kind of just apparently openly admitted that he just used steroids around this time. And I guess he just stopped after a while just because he just really doesn't like hitting the gym, I guess. But look up pictures of him, man. I mean, it's crazy. That was awesome. That was a walk. I didn't actually think I was going to win with that. I don't know. I guess for whatever reason, it doesn't let you look at other people in this game after the bell's already rung. Let's see what he has to say. Eric Bischoff. Although I think you're just about ready for more solo work, Raw has been getting really great heat from the tag divisions recently. Really? So we need you and your partner to defend the belts for a little while longer. Am I just going to be stripped of it? I don't get it. That's fine, I guess. Being one half of the tag team champions is cool and all. But what I really want is to make my mark in the WWE as a world champion. That's great and all. I hear you. I promise. And I guarantee that you'll see some singles action soon. That's awesome, but I mean, I can't just drop the belts, right? In fact, I'll even let you pick your next singles opponent when the time comes. That's pretty awesome. But I mean, I don't really... These games never do a good job of, you know, they want you to win the title as something, you know, as a time waster, but... Oh. Basham Brothers, tonight on Raw in a special tag team ladder match. Okay. You've got a chance to win back the championship belts you just lost 1 month ago. Maybe this is where we lose in a cutscene. That's right, it's been a month, 4 long weeks since we last held our championship belts, and that's far too long. Look, the bottom line is that we haven't had a legit shot at getting our belts back since Evolution stole them from us. But guess what? We got our rematch tonight in a ladder match, so it looks like their time as champs is over. Yeah, I mean, I can see maybe, I mean, they've done a pretty good job with the cutscenes as of late. So, I mean, maybe we're going to go and win it, and then, you know, we lose it or whatever in a cutscene or something like that. That's my only guess, but man, I always hate how they have so many ladders in these games. Because all the ladders do for me is, they just always seem to be in the way of each other. So I'm going to have to take this outside at some point. Man, every time I try and change what I'm looking at, I always look at the goddamn ref first. Why was the ref outside of the ring? This is the crap I'm talking about here. Although I do like to look at the ladders in this game. They're nice and thick. Wait a second, there's a third ladder? Jeepers, creepers, man. I didn't mean to hit poor Randy Orton there, my partner. Alright, maybe if I just leave it out here. Of course he's coming out here. They'll ignore it. Randy? What the fuck? A fourth ladder? How many ladders is... What is the point? Randy, make sure you need a... Alright, that works for me. Okay, that was just a load of baloney. I don't think he can get it from that far away. I think he figured that out too. What is the ref just doing? Like, the ref is... I think Here Comes the Pain had some really terrible ref AI, always getting in the way. Check that, my playthrough of... That was weird looking. Check my playthrough out of, Here Comes the Pain or whatever that I've done on my channel previously if you haven't already and you're interested in that as well. I played as Kane. A little shameless plug there, not gonna lie. I mean, I think I actually got disqualified one time because the ref just kept getting in my way. There's something about referee AI logic at this time which is awful. But geez, I gotta make sure that he better not grab that fucking ladder. Alright. I always think it's funny when they hit their own partners here. Jeez, Randy Orton's not doing nothing this match. I don't know what the heck the deal was with... I don't know what the heck the deal was with Randy Orton and that whole ordeal. Because as much of it is a dick move by... A little bit of a dick move by Triple H, you can definitely understand his logic. That's a big opportunity. It's sad that Ric Flair wasn't there, but I mean, I'm starting to think that these guys have something against me. I mean, Triple H volunteering me for a handicap match. Randy Orton just wanting me to lose my half of the title for some reason. Like, I don't really understand what the thought process behind all that was. Yeah, you're not getting that. Alright, we're going to run up to the ramp here too and get this out. Hopefully nobody pulls any other damn ladders out of their asses or from underneath the ring either. But yeah, usually if you put them away far enough, the AI won't go for them. And that's also a helpful thing in future games, because if you put them up there, the ladder's up on the stage and they go for it, then, I mean, that leaves you a lot of time, when they're up there to, grab the whatever, the title, the briefcase for yourself. You better not hit me, alright. How did it? What? So it was directly in my hands, I didn't get it, but when it's 5 feet away, I somehow grab it. I don't know if it's like a timing thing or what. But that is going to be, all for this week's episode, guys. So thank you for watching. Make sure to check out next week's episode on Wrestling Wednesday, every single Wednesday. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. But above all else, please remember to have a nice day. Well, you did it again. You and Randy showed those washed up punks who the true champs are and that the gold still belongs right here with Evolution. That's right, Nature Boy. But I was hoping that I'd get into some solo matches soon, That's what I'm here to tell you. Triple H wants you to know that he's talked to Bischoff about that very subject. And he'll have more info about that next week. Hear that, guys? Check back next week. In the meantime, what do you say to hitting the town and showing the ways where to find the gold and all the jewels that matter? We'll show this town some styling and profiling, Nature Boy style. Gross.